It all started with a feeling we've all had at some point, the feeling of being stuck. Stuck in a place where you can't express yourself, where your ideas are trapped inside your mind because the language barrier refuses to let them out. This was my life, or rather, the life of Arman, a young man from a small town who dreamed big but couldn't speak English. Every day, he watched people around him communicate confidently, land opportunities, travel, and connect with the world, while he stayed silent, frustrated, and unnoticed. Arman's struggle wasn't unusual. Like many beginners, he felt embarrassed speaking in English. He would memorize words, study grammar, and yet, when someone asked a simple question, he froze. Why is it so easy for others but so hard for me? He wondered. At school, he got average grades, not because he lacked intelligence, but because the medium of expression wasn't his strength. At work, he missed promotions because he couldn't convey his ideas clearly. Social gatherings made him anxious. He avoided conversations where English was involved. One day, a simple yet life-changing event happened. Arman's company announced an international client meeting. He was assigned to present an idea. His heart pounded as he imagined standing in front of fluent English speakers. Panic surged through him. But instead of turning it down, something inside him clicked. He decided that this fear would not define his life. That was his turning point. From that day, Arman decided to change. But he knew it wouldn't be easy. Learning English wasn't just about memorizing words. It was about transforming himself, building confidence, and creating a habit that would last a lifetime. He started small. Every morning he read a page from an English book. At first he didn't understand much, but he forced himself to continue. He noted every new word, repeating it aloud. His voice was shaky, but he kept going. Next he tackled listening. Arman began watching English movies and series with subtitles. At first, the words flew over his head. He rewound scenes, repeated dialogues, and mimicked pronunciations. Slowly, the language began to feel familiar. He realized that English wasn't a monster. It was just a skill waiting to be practiced. But the hardest part was speaking. Arman started speaking to himself in English, describing his surroundings, narrating his day, and even making silly conversations in front of the mirror. At first it felt awkward. Words stumbled out. Sentences broke midway. He made mistakes, laughed at himself, but he never stopped. Each mistake was a lesson. Each attempt built a little more confidence. One key secret Arman discovered was consistency. 10 minutes daily seemed insignificant, but over weeks and months, the improvement was undeniable. He created a routine, reading for 30 minutes, writing reflections in English, speaking aloud for 20 minutes, and listening to podcasts. The routine became his lifeline. English was no longer a subject. It was part of his life. Arman also realized the importance of contextual learning. Instead of memorizing random words, he learned phrases used in real conversations. He practiced greetings, polite requests, business vocabulary, and expressions people actually use. Slowly, sentences began to flow naturally. He was no longer translating from his mother tongue. English started to feel like a second skin. There were moments of doubt. Days when he forgot words, mispronounced sentences, or felt like he wasn't improving. He could have given up. But here's the lesson. Motivation alone isn't enough. Discipline and persistence matter more. On those hard days, Arman reminded himself of his dream: to speak confidently in meetings, to connect with people worldwide, and to never feel silenced again. After months of practice, the day of the international client meeting arrived. Arman's palms were sweaty, but he took a deep breath. He started presenting. His sentences were clear, his pronunciation understandable, his confidence radiating. He even cracked a few light jokes, and the room responded with smiles and laughter. He had done it. The same man who once feared a single English sentence now stood fluent and confident in front of professionals from across the globe. The impact was immense. Not only did Arman get recognition at work, but he also discovered a new version of himself. English wasn't just a language, it was a bridge to opportunities, friendships, knowledge, and self-confidence. It transformed the way he thought, expressed, and even believed in himself. Arman's journey teaches us that learning English, or any language, isn't about innate talent. It's about daily effort, courage to make mistakes, and patience to keep going. The progress might seem slow initially, but with consistency, every small step compounds into mastery. Reading a few lines daily, speaking even imperfectly, listening actively, and embracing mistakes. These are the building blocks of fluency. If you are watching this and feel stuck like Arman once did, remember this: every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker was once silent and hesitant. The secret is to start today. Read a paragraph, write a diary entry, listen to a podcast, speak a few sentences aloud. Do it every day. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to extraordinary transformation. Imagine a year from now. You could be confidently talking in English, giving presentations, understanding movies without subtitles, and connecting with people across the world. The journey might be challenging, but the reward is life-changing. English opens doors, not just professionally but personally. It builds confidence, sharpens thinking, and expands your horizon. Arman's story is a reminder that change is possible. The barrier isn't the language itself, it's fear, hesitation, and inconsistency. Break through that barrier. Start small, be patient, stay motivated, and make practice a habit. Speak, make mistakes, laugh, and learn. Every effort counts. Every day brings improvement. In the end, English isn't just about words, it's about expressing who you are. It's about breaking free from limitations and unlocking opportunities you never imagined. So today, take that first step. Open a book, speak a sentence, write your thoughts. Your journey from zero to fluent starts now. And one day, just like Arman, you'll look back and marvel at how far you've come. Remember, it's never too late to start. Every word you speak, every sentence you write, every hour you listen adds up. Your English journey is not a race, it's a transformation, and the power to change is in your hands.